Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Drake. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 28 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they open up some nice holes there.
And he's into the clear. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good, and we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Running, it's Drake. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Tannehill hands to Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
30!
On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now Now a handoff for Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A give to Drake running left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They get it to him running left, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They get it to him running left. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hank.
On first down, Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Bortles. Incomplete, over the middle, Safarian-Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. They'll get it to Drake running left. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
4 down. 30.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that is incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They hand off to their big tight end, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot. Now, this feels like old-school football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake taking it in. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Lucy.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Hank.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles. Got to have this one. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. William Hayes in there to get him for a loss of 5. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right, Drake. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They get it to him running left. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A.J. Derby punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.